Every financial story teaches something. Today's story begins with Michelle Tran. Michelle filed her taxes every year in early February, right after her last W-2 arrived, mostly because she liked getting the refund out of the way early. This year, the moment she hit submit, her tax software rejected the return. Rejection reason: a return had already been filed using her Social Security number. Michelle read the message twice, certain it was some kind of processing glitch. She hadn't filed anything yet. That was the whole point of doing it in February. She called her tax software support line, who confirmed the rejection code meant exactly what it said. Someone else had already filed a return using her SSN, and it had gone through before hers even reached the system. And this is worth pausing on, because it's the detail that makes tax refund fraud different from every other kind of identity theft. Nobody opened a credit card, nobody took out a loan, and nothing shows up on a credit report. The entire crime happens inside the tax filing system, and the first sign is often exactly what happened to Michelle: her own legitimate return getting bounced back as a duplicate. Michelle couldn't e-file anymore. Her only option now was to print her actual return, attach a form called the Identity Theft Affidavit, and mail the whole package to the IRS instead. She did that within the week. What she learned afterwards surprised her. Resolving a case like this isn't fast. According to the Taxpayer Advocate Service, the average identity theft case at the IRS recently took well over a year and a half to fully close. Michelle's refund, when it eventually came, would be delayed by months, not days. What made the difference for her going forward wasn't fixing this year's return. It was a tool she hadn't known existed until this happened: an Identity Protection PIN, a 6-digit code from the IRS that has to be entered on every future return before the system will accept it. Once Michelle enrolled, no one, including whoever had already tried once, could file another return under her name without that number. Any taxpayer can request this PIN in advance, whether or not they've ever been a victim. Michelle wished she'd known that in January. Her case eventually closed, her real refund was released, and an identity theft flag was permanently added to her account for extra scrutiny going forward. What stayed with her was simple: the fraud had already happened weeks before she even opened her tax software. By the time she discovered it, the only thing left to control was how fast she responded, not whether it happened at all. Tax refund fraud doesn't ask permission, and it doesn't leave a trail anywhere close to your bank statement. The only real defense is one most people never think to set up until it's already too late. Financial protection rarely begins with money. It begins with knowledge. I'm Daniel Brooks. This is American Financial Stories. Knowledge is your first line of financial protection.